One day, one normal day, you're just being, doing, and everything's so normal, run of the mill. Maybe you're working, and maybe you've been visiting people, or maybe you've just been shopping, and everything's fine and everything's normal. And then all of a sudden, something happens that completely changes your day, your life, and the trajectory of it. Now, at that point, you go into shock, because it's like, what the... I didn't see that coming. Is it real? Is this really happening to me? Like, this is bizarre. This isn't... This can't be right. There must have been a mistake. And we sit with that. We're like... And we're not so much sitting with it, but it's taking over our mind, and we're trying to then go about our day. And sometimes we can't go about our day or our life, because that something has just thrown us a fast one, and that curveball, we're just sat there with it. And what's happening is your body is going into some state of shock. While you're in a state of shock, your body chemicals, body's your greatest pharmacy, and what happens is that whole pharmacy is working together to keep you safe. So rather than allow you to get on with your day, rather than allow you to be able to function and sit down and breathe and tune into center, or to find some form of just a moment of calm, or a moment where you can find some logic, or be able to reason with this happening in your life. Your brain is going on and on and on. It feels threatened. Your amygdala is like, it really is just sending out all those chemicals saying, we're under threat, we're under threat, we're under threat. And your mind isn't able to come online in that state of being. And what happens is your body is going and taking itself back to its very, very primal instincts to maybe not even eat. You know, you feel sick, the adrenaline's going, you don't realise the adrenaline's going, but you know you feel sick. You know that your stomach feels funny, maybe you need to go to the toilet, maybe you don't. You know, maybe your chest feels tight, maybe you can't breathe. Like, whoa, like, seriously? And you just want to catch yourself for a moment, and you can't. And this is what it's like to receive a diagnosis, to receive a phone call that something's happened to someone that you love. This is what happens when you wake up and you've been in a car accident, or this is what happens when you just, you know, your bike's just gone down the road and you're there with the ambulance people, and you're thinking, whoa, I'm really hurting, something's not right, and you know that this is pretty serious. Now, in times like that, right at the moment where our life is absolutely under threat, and it is in danger, these things that go on in our minds are really necessary to keep us safe, to shut down everything and just keep everything at its bare minimum, running on the bare minimum, so that the rest of us can do what it needs to do to keep safe, to keep well, to heal. But when our life is no longer at that point where it's absolutely endangered, that right there in that moment, we need to be able to somehow tune in to the truth of the matter and reset our parasympathetic nervous system. We need to tune back in and find just some way of bringing the prefrontal cortex back online, because our survival brain is going crazy. It's saying, hey, we're under threat. But the threat's passed. Now, we're sat navigating uncertainty, and that is real and that is true. So right there in that moment, we are so sat with what we don't know. And we can't possibly know any more in that moment. And nothing can be done about getting anything else to know anymore. So we need to meet ourselves right there. We need to come back to that moment and find a way of realising that although we've got all these crazy things going on that are really, really, really crazy, and it's really, really scary, that right there and then in that moment, our life isn't under immediate threat. And if we can just be kind enough and have mercy on ourselves enough to just be here in the moment, and maybe put our hand on our chest and just drop back into our bodies, noticing where we are, which is here, and noticing around us that actually right now, right here, there is no immediate threat to our life. We are here, this is now, this is the moment. And despite all the crazy stuff going on, because there's some seriously crazy stuff going on, we're not going to ignore that. But we're going to realise that actually the truth of it is this really crazy stuff that's going on isn't going on right now in this moment. The doctors, the diagnosis, the tests, the medicines, the research, everything, the body, right now in this moment, all we have to do is just take a moment to pause and find a way that resonates with ourselves, that takes us from worrying about what might be, because no one knows what might be, no one knows, no one can tell the future, no one can read into the future and go, this is what is going to happen. No. They can say, this is what might happen. There's a large possibility based on statistics, right, that this might happen to you. But there's also statistics out there that say there's a percentage of that says this might not happen. There's a percentage of that saying there's many things that could happen. But there's a percentage that says there's many things that will not happen to you. There's a percentage of things saying, actually, the chances are they may be smaller than what you think, but they may be larger than what you think, and the chances are you might heal. You might be able to completely come back from these things. Stranger things have happened. People who've been told they'd never walk again walk. People that are told they'd never see again see. People that are told they'll never eat again eat. People that get told they'll never write again write. There's many people out there that are getting told you will die in whatever, it's going to happen in the next whatever. Bollocks. right? You don't have to subscribe to that. You don't have to subscribe to your diagnosis. Yeah, people have said something. They've given you information. That information you can take and you can process it, but you can't process it while you're in that fight, flight, freeze or fawn. You can't process it while your body's in survival brain. You can't fight anything when your head is up your arse, basically. You can't. The only way to be able to come through anything is to start having mercy on yourself, turning back into the self and saying, well, what is it that I really need in this moment? Do I need a moment to breathe? Do I need a moment to just sit with myself? Do I need to do a guided meditation? Do I need to go for a walk? Do I need to just sit under a tree? Do I need to just listen to the birds? Do I need to just go and bounce about in puddles? Do I need to go for a swim? Do I need to go and, you know, do some shadow boxing or some boxercise? Or do I need to, like, do something that will just let me completely just tune out of whatever's going on and just get myself some peace? How can I have mercy on myself right now to meet myself in this moment and come back to what is? You know, when we allow ourselves to do that, we're able to take ourselves out of that fear of what might be, all that anxiety, all that frustration. We're not saying ignore it. No, it's there. We're just saying right here, right now, in this moment, we're just going to have some mercy and we're just going to bring ourselves in, because only from that state of mind can we find clarity and make more wiser choices about our health, about what we decide to do next, about what can we change, how can we be kind to ourselves to be able to do this. And maybe you're facing potential surgery, and maybe it will give you a chance to see whether that surgery is right for you. More than see, but feel. Like, what's the truth in your body? Do you want it? Do you not? What feels right? Is there something you can change? Could you change your diet? Could you change your perspective? Because amazing things happen when we change our perspectives. And you see, life throws these things at us. Life is only smooth sailing on smooth, calm days. And some days we are learning how to surf the waves. We are learning how to go with it, and we're learning how to be able to become more resilient and manage life when life throws things at us. And even when life is falling down around us, or that's how it appears, how about it's getting itself ready to create something much, much bigger than we could ever imagine? And the truth is that we all die at some point. Life is impermanent, but life comes in stages. There is time in life for rebirths. Right the way through our lives, every day is a chance for another opportunity, another possibility, another chance to move forward and be, you know, and become something more aligned with our truth and our dreams. We don't have to be stuck. We don't have to be living a life destined by what people tell us. And that includes doctors. You know, doctors are beautiful people. They are amazingly skilled people. And they are scientists. They are people who know what they know, and they've studied long and hard to get that knowledge. They've based it on a lot of things. Some things are completely amazingly wonderful stuff. And some things just discount the rest of the something, because in life we are a whole. There is more than just our physicality, and doctors mainly stick with not just the physical aspect, but they look at you and they cut you into pieces mentally. So to them, they don't really associate, the majority of them, I'm generalising now, the majority don't associate that your mind's anything to do with anything that turns up physically. Yet science itself has disproved that. That science is disproved that illness is genetic. They've proved that I think 85% of illness is not genetic. They've proved that cancer and things like that they believe was genetic isn't. They've proved that people that can have a diagnosis can heal it on their own. They've proved that many times they can't and many times they can. Science has witnessed people go from what they thought was impossible to complete turnarounds and recoveries. Science is seeing so much, but it's also missing so much. It forgets that we are a whole. We are our energetic body, we are our physical body, we are our mental body, we are our spiritual body. And when we can't bring ourselves into balance for whatever reason, because maybe we've been too busy to take time to recognise what's going on with ourselves, shit happens. Maybe we're going too fast one day in the car and we have an accident. Maybe our head's somewhere other than where it needs to be, so we hurt ourselves. Maybe we're so stressed and we've been living in a state of chronic stress for so long, it's affecting other parts of our body. Now, we need to learn to just stop and pause and tune into what is in the moment, and realise that there's so many ways. Like, this doesn't have to be the end of your life, but it has to be the end of how you were living before. So you can change things and you can improve your quality of life. Yeah, as in improve how you're living in the world. Like, improve how you're being with yourself. Like, just learning to be kind. And I'm not saying ignore the any form of emotion. I don't subscribe to toxic positivity. It's not about positivity and negativity. It's not. It's about balance. And you know, if you need to be really sad and express your emotions right now, you do it. You know, maybe the problem's been that you've not expressed your emotions for that long. You don't even know that your emotions were there in the first place. You think that they're just gone. And you feel like a zombie. And now all of a sudden you're allowing yourself, you're giving yourself permission to cry. Or maybe you sat there thinking, what's wrong with me? Where are my tears? Why can't I feel this? Why am I so blank? Why am I so numb? And that's okay too. That is okay too, because being numb and blank is still a something. So find someone, connect with someone, a trusted someone, and say, look, I'm feeling blank right now. I'm feeling numb, I know. But this person needs to be a non-judgmental person who's safe to talk to, who will listen without trying to fix or change, and just hold space for you so you can be. Some spiritual practitioners, like the Agape family, they're the people that you want to be able to talk with. Myself, I can and will hold space for you, and we can sit with this thing, whatever this thing is. be mindful who you find to talk to, and make sure, that these people are trained professionals in their specialisms. So someone who's not going to throw something down your throat or try and tell you one way or another. You want someone who's going to allow you to be you, to work out who you are, to work out what's going on. If you want to find out extra things that kind of support my way of my belief system, then Bruce Lipton is an amazing chap. Dr. Bruce Lipton proved genetics. He then disproved his own theories with epigenetics. He's changing the world. He then had an awakening and realised that we are all energy. And he's like, why didn't I realise that before? All these years I've been seeing these wiggly balls in a petri dish, and now I realise that we're all just energy. Everything's energy. And we can dream our world into being. The shamans have known it for a very long time. Check out Alberto Villoldo. Check out Dr. and Reverend Michael Beckwith. You see these things that tell you that this is truth with a capital T. This is universal laws. This is truth. This is life. Ram Dass, he knew. He knew. So when it comes to knowing, and knowing without a doubt in your whole heart the truth, you're able to leave behind what no longer serves, and you're able to step into a better version of you, and be able to process things, and be able to come back online, and to be able to sit there with more of an acceptance and acknowledgement of actually what's going on. Because life is sacred. Birth and death, both sacred. Both amazing things that we can't avoid. What we can avoid is we can avoid being caught up. When we notice it, we can go, whoa, I'm caught up now, and we can move around it. And we can find a way to be, and be with ourselves with mercy and love, so that we're enabling and empowering ourselves to heal and grow in many ways. Maybe we need to heal and grow mentally. Maybe we need to heal and grow physically. Maybe we need to heal and grow spiritually. Maybe we need to heal and grow emotionally. Whatever it is, we're here. We're here, and we're now. And the diagnosis, the prognosis, anything else is not here. It is not now. It is not in this moment. And it'll be there. It'll still be there waiting for you. But have mercy on yourself. Clear your mind. Take a moment. Breathe. Don't have to even be a conscious breath. Just notice that you breathe. Like we're breathing naturally right now. Not thinking about it. It just is. And it's beautiful. Just tune into that. Tune into the wonders of our body and how it's all just sorting itself out without us having to try or do anything. And no matter what, you can always reach out to me. And I will be there and do my best to listen. And, together, me or whoever it is that you decide to speak to will be able to support you to just find your own way to navigate your uncertainty and to find some peace of mind in the eye of the storm. Oh, have an awesome day. I love you so much, and you are so much more than what people tell you.